Silk Air 185. December 19th, 1997. Soekarno Airport, Hatta, Indonesia. Silk Air's Boeing 737, 300 narrow-body aircraft is welcoming guests in Jakarta, Indonesia. It is preparing for a scheduled flight MI-185. This flight will fly to Changi, Singapore. The pilot of Flight 185 is Mr. Tsu Wei Ming, 41 years old, Singapore national. He is a retired Singapore fighter pilot and have been flying for about 20 years with 6,900 hours of commercial flight. The co-pilot is Mr. Duncan Ward, only 23 years old, have New Zealand citizenship. He is a novice pilot, and Silk Air was the first airline he worked for. 3:05 p.m. The passengers started to board the plane. A total of 97 passengers were on board, and there were 7 crew members. At this time, there were 104 people in the plane's cabin. Passengers from 14 different countries such as Singapore, Indonesia, USA, Austria. 3:15 p.m. Flight MI-185 was pushed back from the international terminal. Silk Air's Boeing 737, 300 narrow-body aircraft has registration number 9VTRF, delivered in February 1997. This plane is only 10 months old. The flight itself will take 1 hour and 40 minutes flight time. The aircraft is equipped with 2 CFM56-3B2 engines with 10 tons thrust each. Pilot Tsu Wei Ming has left the Singapore Air Force to fly commercially with the aim to be closer to his family. But he is considered to be a gambler, stubborn temperament, and quite unapproachable. Pilot Tsu Wei Ming and co-pilot Duncan Ward had a pre-existing conflict with each other. Pilot Tsu Wei Ming has a large debt, about $1,200,000 USD. The cause is said to be losses due to trading on the stock market. Passengers simply want to have a holiday this Christmas. Within minutes, the plane entered the runway. Pilot Tsu Wei Ming is the one who will take off the flight and put the plane into autopilot mode. MI-185 leaves Jakarta at 3:37 p.m.
Flaps. Rotate. Positive rate.
The aircraft was instructed by ATC to fly to an altitude of 35,000 feet for stability and horizontal flight. At this time, the weather in Jakarta is extremely favorable. At 3:53 p.m. Flight MI-185 reached a cruise altitude of 35,000 feet. Inside the cabin, the flight attendants began to leave their seats to serve passengers. In addition to the huge debt, pilot Tsu is also being fined by Silk Air because he keeps disconnecting the CVR recorder. Although the salary of the pilot Tsu is not low, but he continued to fall into debt, needy. At this point, the pilots are still talking normally. but it seems they don't like each other. Pilot: "Hey, keep an eye on the flight. I need to go out and rest for a while." At the same time, he quickly unplugged the cockpit voice recorder. This caused the CVR black box to stop recording data. Pilot Sue was in the front seat for a while, and perhaps he is very helpless with his huge amount of debt. Meanwhile, the co-pilot didn't know the CVR was withdrawn. At his driver's seat, the first officer also rested on the spot. 4:10 p.m. The captain returned to the cockpit. After getting into the driver's seat, he saw that the co-pilot was also resting. At this time, he also turned off the FDR flight data recorder. He turned the lever and left it there. The plane remains stable because there is an autopilot. Immediately after, he turned off the autopilot of the plane, causing the plane to make an abrupt turn. The co-pilot fought for control of the plane with Captain Sue in a very fierce way.
Sink rate, pull up.
At this time, the plane crashed at a speed exceeding the speed of sound more than 1,250 kilometers per h.
Sink rate, pull up. Pull up. Don't sink.
Silk Air Flight 185 crashed straight into the Musi River, south of Indonesia at a tremendous speed, 1,300 kilometers per h. The crash killed 104 people on board. The largest piece of the plane is only the size of a table. There is not one intact body left. There's been a lot of controversy, because this Boeing 737 narrow-body aircraft has a rudder failure, leading to many accidents. But the final conclusion is still that the captain deliberately crashed the plane to kill himself.